Hello, Green Owls. We are gathered today to do a flip through of the Science Tarot from ScienceTarot.com. You can check that out. Okay, here's the little white book. I'm going to take a look through this. Wands are pictured as creation, pentacles as energy exchange, swords as observation, cups as integration. And the majors are scenes from science stories. Okay. The court cards are kind of like the best of the best in scientists, and they're face cards, explorers, innovators, storytellers, and visionaries. Wands, the icon is a Bunsen burner for fire. Pentacles as exchange, icon a magnifying glass. Swords as observation has a scalpel, and cups as integration has a beaker. And there's a page about each card. And go to the majors after the courts. And so there's some spreads in here. We have a chemical reaction spread. Benzene ring spread. And the periodic table spread. I love that concept. That's grand. So, there you go. That's the Science Tarot booklet. And the suits are also color-coded, which really helps. This is the deck card. And you can kind of see the S and the T, Science Tarot. These are microscopes. And this is the actual back of the cards. So it looks like a green chalkboard with formulas on it, theorems, and then the microscopes. So it's reversible. And it looks like the formulas are reversible as well. Yeah. Reversible. And here's about the contributors. Janelle Schneider. I wonder if this is... I know a Janelle Schneider. I'm going to have to ask her if she did this work. It is possible. Okay. to start with the majors. Here's the Fool. Magician. Benzene Dream, High Priestess. He's dreaming about a chemical structure, and there's an Ouroboros and the High Priestess picture with pomegranates, and there's lots of coordinations. And he's got the book. Mendel's Peas, the Empress. The Emperor, Crystallization. I actually want to do this. Something on my to-do list. With a slide rule. Remember those? Maybe. Professor as the Hierophant. Binary Star as the Lovers. That's very apt and pretty. Technology, the Chariot, being pulled from a biplane to a rocket. Nuclear Forces for strength. Fermat's Last Theorem for the Hermit. These are great cards. Wheel of Fortune. Look in the eye. Justice. Perpetual motion machine there. Interesting way to show scales. The Hanged Man. Look at the shadow. That's cool. So cool. Death card. Temperance. Devil. The A-bomb is the Tower. The Star. This is a beautiful card. The Moon. Judgment. All right, so those are the majors. Let's get into the minors. First color we're going to do is blue, the beakers. So this is water, related to cups. The King, David Bohm, John Muir. Barbara McClintock. Maria Sibylla Marion. And we have the 10 of Cups. Looks like an armadillo, zebra, tiger. And so this is a caution. I think this is a caution tale. See the ants in the shape of an ant? Then we have cocoon. Choices. To hunt or not to hunt. Day versus night. Return to the sea. 6 of Cups. 5 of Cups. Wildfire. Lack of water. So that's a disaster. Dormancy. It's the frog emerging, or a mudfish, sorry, catfish, mudfish, emerging from its mud tomb. Symbiosis. 3 of Cups. That's abundance. 2 of Cups. Alliance. And the Ace of Cups, integration. Okay, I'm returning, and we had just left off finishing the Ace of Beakers or Cups with the card integration. We're doing the Science Tarot flip through. So I've got 3 other suits here to do. We're going to start off with the scalpels or swords. Alrighty. King Charles Darwin. Very nice. Ernst Haeckel. Dmitri Mendeleev, and he's got a layout of some periodic table elements, and he's the one that created the periodic table, I think. Bob Hooke, Robert Hooke, it's probably Sir Robert Hooke. It looks like he was a microbiologist. He's got a microscope. And 10 of Swords, uncertainty. We have a theorem here. And we have some different things that are uncertain. Black hole. All the science is being sucked into the black hole. E equals mc squared, etc. The 8 is a super collider. That's in CERN, Switzerland. Chaos theory. That there is. This is quantum C. I don't know what this is about. I don't remember. It might be about the movement of waves. I just don't remember. Theory of relativity. Math in general. circumference of a circle, pi r squared. Revolution. This is about the solar system. Earth-centric. Here's an Earth-centric map, and that model is being burnt for a solar-centric map of the solar system. Action. Equal and opposites. And reductionism. This is about finding the most simplistic form to solve a mathematical solution. At least that's the way I look at it. Reducing numbers. Next suit up is yellow. The yellow suit is Earth. And we have the King, Madame Curie, Oppenheimer, I'm not going to butcher that name, Otto Lowy, neurologist, biologist, something. Earthly riches, the 10 of what would be pentacles. And you've got the different layers or strata of the earth and all kinds of goodness. It's a great card. Kind of puts things in perspective. The Aurora, Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis. There are also southern ones which are not called Aurora Borealis. They're Aurora something else. Continental drift or plate mechanics. That's the 8. The 7 of Pentacles would be glacial. I live in an area that was carved by glaciers like this, so that's pretty appropriate. Geothermal. Catastrophe 5. I'm guessing this is floods versus fires. Maison Dance. I don't remember what this is about, but it looks atomic or subatomic. Chemical bonding. 3 of Pentacles. 2, antimatter. So the balancing of matter and negative matter. That's very interesting. That's a good choice. And a ace, sorry. Formation. This is kind of collisions of celestial bodies in the formation of the Earth. You can kind of see hints of the Earth as things collide into it. It gets bigger and more dense. So that's great. And the last suit is associated with fire. The Bunsen burner king is Galileo. Galileo Galilei. And he studied the skies, among other things. Carl Sagan also studied the cosmos. He's very modern. Hypatia is probably not proper pronunciation, but she looks like she was a Greek astronomer. Cosmology. Carolyn Herschel. I've never heard of this scientist before, but she's got a telescope of some. And it looks like a comet. Did she discover a famous comet? I'm going to have to look right now. These comets are freaking amazingly scary. Okay. We are on the page. Carolyn Herschel, 19th century astronomer who made several extraordinary discoveries of comets despite being thwarted from joining the formal scientific community because she was a woman. Misogynist. Her fascination with the night sky led her to perform extensive research into comets, nebula, and other astronomical phenomena, ultimately winning her unprecedented recognition from the political and scientific authorities of her time. Carolyn Herschel was driven by a passion for discovery. Setbacks and difficulties are to be expected, but ultimately the explorer grows stronger as these obstacles are sidestepped, challenged, or overcome. A crucial step is to produce creative, personally fulfilling work now and remaining confident that future success will follow. Doesn't say which comets she discovered or which nebula, but that she did. Hello, Carolyn Herschel. Nice to meet you. 10 of Wands, 10 of Fire, supernova, boom. Space. I can see it. There's a spiral in these stars. They are not random. So awesome. There's also, looks like a phoenix up here in a constellation. Or an eagle, firebird. A bang. Supernova is one star that explodes. A big bang is the entire universe that exploded. I can't even imagine. Cosmic expansion. So the suns expand and contract as their temperatures and mass change as they burn off fuel, and constellations are also expanding as the universe gets and the galaxies get bigger and farther away. Most of our stars are within near Earth galaxies or our own, so from that perspective, they don't move as much as the ones that they look at with those super telescopes. That's how they figured out that we're still expanding and probably will not reach a point of snapback or another Big Bang. At least that's the theory right now. Equilibrium. This is about nuclear fission based on the image. You also have little Mars, Aries symbols. Does each card have a constellation? Each card has a constellation in it. I did not notice that in the other, so I'm going to have to look. So we have the ram up here in the corner. I did not notice that before. Fusion. Splitting of nucleuses. A brown dwarf star. is a star that is either has too low of mass to burn bright, and so it dims, or it's a star that has burned all of its mass and is slowly dying. Collision. This is two spiral galaxies colliding. And that has apparently happened before and will happen again. Star nursery, where stars are born out of. I've seen some really amazing Hubble pictures about that. And there's an Ouroboros around this nebula off of the Big Dipper. Or the Little Dipper, I'm not sure which. Assuming it's the Big Dipper with the North Star. Okay. Not each one has a constellation. Supernova doesn't, that I can tell, but 9 does. That's so cool. And so that is a full flip through of the Science Tarot. Be happy, be healthy, learn something new every day. I picked this tarot over the Quantum Tarot. And I think it's more because I connected a little bit more with the more modern aspects of the science and the humanistic side, and studying the scientists themselves. And so that's what pulled me in on this. Plus it's just a great memory Kickstarter tool. Be happy, be healthy, learn something new every day. Check out thesciencetarot.com.